Today on your piece of paper, you're going to use one of those two lids at your table. You're going to trace 3 circles. I suggest doing it in pencil first and then going over it with Sharpie later. You can use Sharpie today except kindergarten. Kindergarten, you're going to use crayon. Now again, you're using pencil first and then going over it in Sharpie. The first face that you can draw, if you want to draw with me, is I'm going to draw 2 upside down U's. You see how big I make those U's though? They're very big. And then I make 2 little tiny U's underneath those 2 big U's. Then I want to draw a line going straight across from one U to the other U. And then underneath that line, from one point to the other point, I want to draw a big U. Next, I want to do 2 letter C's for the eyes and draw an L and an L to finish off the eye. And then to draw the teeth, I want to draw a sideways U and another sideways U the opposite way to make it look like there's some teeth in that mouth. And then I can do a couple little U's throughout and make it look like the teeth are closed. The next face that I'll draw, it will be an opposite face. I want to draw it the exact same way, but this time I want to flip things upside down. So the first one I want to draw are 2 letter U's, actual U's, pretty big. Next I want to draw an upside down U. And then above the eyes I want to draw 2 little U's. Next I want to draw 2 letter C's and the letter L and color it in. Now this time with the mouth, I want the teeth to look like they're clenched. So to draw that, I want to draw 2 sideways V's and some little V's underneath. The third emoji that I can draw, it will be completely up to you. The third emoji, it's completely up to you how you want to draw it. Right now I'll make mine look like a very curious face. Now after you've drawn your emojis, you can go back in there and add a little bit more details. Maybe some noses, some eyebrows, mustaches, hair. Up to you what you want to draw. You can leave them as they are, or you can make it more detailed. I suggest making it more detailed. It makes it more interesting. Now that we have our pictures drawn, we gotta give it a background. So at your table, you're going to have what's called Zentangle sheets, and each sheet shows you step by step how to draw. So the first step shows you to draw these lines, and the next step draws you the next thing to draw, and it shows you all the way until you complete. So on the first one, I'm going to draw the shatuk for my Zentangle. And what that wants me to do is draw 2 lines coming down my page. So when I draw, I don't want to draw through my emoji. So what I do is I draw, I stop, I keep drawing, but I'm imagining the line with the pencil off the paper. So watch, take it up, stop. Oh, made a little mistake, but that's okay. Next, it tells me to draw this half circle or a quarter circle. So I'm going to draw that, and I'm just going to follow the steps, step by step by step. You can follow along with me if you like, or you can look at your own Zentangles and draw your own at your own speed. We have to use the Zentangles though. We're not making up our own patterns. We're using the patterns from that sheet. I want you to fill your page with those patterns. You can do 1 pattern or 2 patterns or even 3 patterns. So I'm sure you don't want to watch me draw this whole thing. I'll show you a one that's more complete. And it's not completely complete. I'm still missing an emoji face. But after you're done drawing your emojis and drawing your background, filling in the background, you're going to use crayons and you're going to color this in so that it looks complete. The background should be colored in. The faces should be colored in. They should be colored in differently. Treat it like a coloring page. Now that you've outlined it, it's time to color it in. Take your time coloring in, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, bye-bye.